Hello friends, this is Ashfaq Ahmed and today I will show you how to install the OBAAS system, the online bank access system, uh, which is developed for as a part of case study for my book Software Foundations of Software Engineering. So on my website I have given the links to download these files. So let me go to my website. You come to my website ahmadashfaq.wordpress.com, and then you go to software engineering page. The system is slow, so it is taking time. But anyway, so here is my page about software engineering. A lot of content I have written and uploaded for you to get acquainted with many things. So I have uploaded table of contents for the book, then a sample chapter, then teaching slides, and then the source code for the OBAAS system. So to deploy this the source code for this product, there are some 2 to 4 to 6 downloads. One is the technical documentation. So you click and save the technical documentation, and then the GST files for OBAAS 1.1. So actually there are two versions of OBAAS, OBAAS 1.1 and OBAAS 1.2. So to build one of them, you need to download the appropriate files. Like if you are to build the OBAAS 1.1 version, then the GST files will be the GST files OBAAS 1-1, and then the class files, the classes dash OBAAS 1-1. So these two files you will need to download. And if you need to build the source code for OBAAS 1.2, then you need to download JSP files dash OBAAS 1-2, and the classes dash OBAAS 1-2. And apart from them, you need to download the script, database script, so that you can build the tables and the database entities. So you download all these files and you save on your computer, and then I will show you how to get the extract the contents from these files, and then build the system. And using the source code here, I will also show you how it looks like after installing it. Okay, so you download all these files, and they may look like this: the classes OBAAS 1-1.pdf, then classes OBAAS 1-2.ptf, then classes GST files OBAAS 1-1.pdf, then GST files OBAAS 1-2.pdf, then technical documentation for OBAAS, and the database script. So these files you will have on your computer, and then you will extract all those things so that you can build the OBAAS system. So first of all, what you will do is you will need to create the database first. because uh, only after you have the database you will be able to use OBAAS system. So here is a file to create the script. So there are some three scripts. The first script is for creating a table named new account. So this is the script here for creating the new account table. Okay, and you can do it by going to the SQL command system for Oracle. So when you install Oracle, you also need to create user accounts, and those user accounts you will be able to create the script to run the scripts and create entities in the database. In my case, I have created uh, username bank user and my password is bank user. So once you are there, then you need to write the script and execute them. So here, like to create the table new account, what you need to do is you write the script create table and then new account, and then you use the correct things in the mentioned in the script, like account number is a column and data type is number, then username is a column and data type is varchar 2 and 40 characters long. Similarly for password, varchar 2 40 characters long. Similarly for repassword, varchar 2 40 characters long. So similarly you write the script and then you execute. So the table will be created for you in the database. Okay. So similarly, you go to the next script. This script will create a table checkbook. This is also used in the WAS system. So you create this table by writing this script and running it, executing it in the database. And then next thing is we also need a sequence. This sequence is used to populate two columns in the database. First, it will populate the entries for uh, account number column in the new account table, and it will also will be used the sequence, the same sequence will be used to populate service number column in the checkbook table. So the script for this sequence is create sequence bank underscore sequence mean value, then you define the ranges and then increment by one. That means say the current number generated by this sequence is 3, so the next number generated will be 4, and then we are starting with 1, so the first number generated by this sequence will be 1, and we are saying no cache. So we don't want to generate more than one number and keep it in memory. We will be always creating just one number, and we will not be keeping any generated number in the memory. And then we are saying no order. This is fine. Like we are starting with one and incrementing by one. So we don't want any order like we want to have a reverse order like 3 2 1. We just want 1 2 3 4 5 numbers, right? Then no cycle. So once it reaches this maximum value, we don't want to recycle the same numbers again. This you can see this number is very large, and for our purpose it is more than enough. So we don't want to do any cycle. And in any way, when since we are creating these numbers for a primary key, so cycling the numbers will be not good, because they will be duplicate numbers, and you know that in primary column there should be no repetition of the same field, like if I have a column value 3, and then again at some point again I have a column value of 3, then my primary key will not work. Okay, and then actually there is one more thing, the fourth thing which we need to do. Uh, how it is linked with OBAAS system is that we have the pay bills functionality, and in the pay bills functionality, um, we have used hard-coded values for billers. So actually, we have not created any table entries for billers. We are just using two, three billers generated by hard code data. So for that, what we will do, we will insert some values in the new account table. So for that insertion, I have created two records. One is uh, this record where I want to put biller's name as a string, like the Sprint telecommunication company, and I have provided the username, password, etc., and then address. And the category here is B. Actually, this category we will be using for defining what kind of users will are there in the system, in the OBAAS system. So there currently there are two types of users. One is the users, for them the category value is U, and the another one is say billers. So the category value is B for them. Okay. So one record is this one. The other one record is this one. So again, in the same SQL command prompt, you will again write these queries, SQL queries, like insert query. So first you will write insert into new account values bank dot next value, and then sprint and blah blah blah. And then when you execute, so one entry will be created in the new account table, and then in the again you do for the next one, and this time for AT and T. So there will be two records created in the database. So they are used in the work system, so it is required. So once you are done with your database tasks, then you can move to the next task. So the next task is now let me exit from here. I don't need the database thing now. The next task is, let us create classes. So today let me show you for OBAAS 1.2. So I will create OBAAS 1.2 and here are the classes are mentioned in this document, and I will create those classes in my ID, integrated development environment. I use Eclipse for developing my applications. So here is my IDE, the Eclipse platform, and you need to ensure that you have this platform for Java EE, Java Enterprise Edition, and also web, so that we will be able to write the source code for OBAAS, and we can run it. So OBAAS is, as you know, it is a dynamic web application, and in this IDE, I have integrated. Actually, you need the application server. So I have Tomcat version 8.0. So this also you need to download and then integrate with your ID. And database, actually I already have Oracle and it is external, so it won't show in data source here because it is external. It is not plugged application. So that I manage from the SQL command line which I showed you previously. So these two things also you need to have apart from your Eclipse. And in the Eclipse now we will create a project. So what we will do is we will go to File, New, and we want to create a dynamic web project because OBAAS is a dynamic web project. So let us name it OBAAS 1-2. Okay, and then let me finish because I will create everything manually afterwards. So the project is created in Eclipse, and you can see some things already are taken care of, like this folder structure and some basic functionality. And now we will be writing those files, the contents from those files inside the project. So first thing, we need to create classes, but before creating classes we need to create a package, and we will keep all of our classes in this package. So the name of the package is pack underscore bank. So let us create in the Java resources source. You need to create a package. So right click and then new, and it is a package, right? So our name is pack underscore bank. Let us finish it. Okay, so now our package is created. Now we will create the classes inside this package. So right click here, new, and we have a class, right? And the first class is create servlet, right? Make sure that Java language is very case sensitive, so you need to ensure that the names are correct, spelled correctly with all the capital letters and small letters. So here the C is capital, then S is capital. So you need to ensure that. So this name, class name is create servlet, and let me finish. Okay. Now I need to write the contents in this create servlet. So I will copy this from here and I will select this, edit, and then paste. Okay, now what happens is when you write the source code and you copy it on notepad or any other document system, then some word wrapping happens. So due to word wrapping, sentence wrapping, sometimes you have a long sentence and it is getting wrapped and it will create some problem in the source code. So let us see if we have any of those problems. Here I am seeing one problem. It says verify login uh, has a problem, and it is what it is showing cannot be resolved. Verify login cannot be resolved. Actually, it is because we have not. This is actually a class. Verify login is a class, and a method from this class is being called in this create sublet class. So actually, we will be creating later. So actually, this is not a problem. It will be corrected when we create those classes. Again, this getCon. GetCon again is a class for OBAAS. Okay. So when we create GetCon, this the error will be gone from here. Then register user again is a class. So it will also go will be gone we once we create those classes. Then again register user here again. So it is also a class. So as of now, I think yeah, everything is fine. So let me save it. So I will do control save, or you can go from file and save. Okay. So one class is created. Now we will move to the next one. DB initializer.java. So let me copy this name initializer and create a class based on this. Actually, if you see here, this is not a class, it is a interface. You see here, the name is interface. This is the interface. So this time we will create an interface. New interface. And the name is DB initializer. Let us finish. Okay. Now let me copy the contents. It is a short one. There are only 4-5 lines. Again, I will highlight and delete, and then Control V and paste. Okay, and then I save. Okay, so what is it showing? Pack bank. Okay, well, pack bank is missing line. Wait, okay, this line is missing. Sorry. So let me copy this also. declaration of the package is required in all the classes, interfaces which you create. So let me copy this. Okay. Now it will not show any errors. Fine. Now it is fine. Okay, let me also close it. Next one is getCon. So again, I go to pack bank, create new, and this is a class getCon. Finish. And let me copy the code for this class. So let me highlight and delete, and again paste. And let me see if there are any errors showing in this code. It is not showing any errors. So let me save it. Okay. Let me again close this file. Next one, what we have is register user class. So again, I go to pack bank and new and class. And class name is registered user. Okay. Now let me copy the contents. Then highlight and delete and paste. Okay. Now let me see if there are any errors. It is not showing any errors. So let me save. Okay. Now verify login. Create new class. Verify login. Finish. Again come back. Copy the code. Highlight, delete and paste. Let us see if there are any errors. Now there are no any errors. So just save. Okay. Now the moment I save it, the error showing in create subject class is gone, because this class is using calling all these classes, and since all these classes have been created, so now this class is also fine. Okay, so we have created all the classes. Now we need to create the Dsd files, and we also need to have that let me open the other document, documentation, technical documentation. And here all the things are listed what you need to create. Okay, so first we have IDE, Eclipse we already have, we already worked on it. Then we have the web server and application server, and then uh, have we have created the package, we have created the classes. Okay, then now we need to create the Dsd files, and okay, the next thing I will show you later. Let us create the Dsd files. So now we need to create Dsd file for 1.2. Okay, so apart from Dsd files, there is also a style sheet named style.css. So this also we need to create and copy. So let me create this style sheet, and this also need to be created in the web content folder, right? So create, right click, new, and where is CSS files? Other, let me go to other. Here CSS files, right? So go to next, and the file name is style.css. Just finish. Now I will just copy the contents for this file. Okay, up to here. Copy and highlight, delete, and paste. Let us see if there are any errors. No errors. So save. Okay. The next file is balance underscore request, REQ, rec or request. So let me create web content, and this is a JSP file, and name of this file is balance underscore REQ. Finish. Okay. Now let us copy the content of this file to here, HTML. Okay, copy, and here in this pane I select, I highlight, and then I delete, and then I paste. Okay, let me check in the visual display if it is showing correctly. Balance account number, yes, it is showing correctly. And here if in the file if it is showing any errors, no errors, so it is fine. So let me save. Okay, next file, balance underscore res, new, Dsd file. Yes, finished. Now let me copy the code. Okay, up to here. Okay, copy, and then I highlight, delete, and paste. Now let me see any errors. Okay, here it is showing error because there was a sentence wrapping. So I just made it sure that this error is gone. Okay, now I think it is fine. Let us check again. Okay, so let us save it, and let me check also the page. The page is fine. Yes, it looks fine. Now let us move to the next file. Check underscore rec. Let me create new JSP file, and the name is check underscore rec. Okay, copy the code. Select, highlight, delete, and paste. Check, check if there are any errors. Check the visual display also. Okay, it is showing fine. So save. Okay, now let us move to the next file. Check underscore res response. New JSP file. Finish. Let us copy the code to here. Copy, highlight, delete. It is important to delete because sometimes some lines may be overwritten. Okay, here I am seeing one error out of print the number is this, your account balance is this. I think it is fine, but it still make it on the same line. Your account balance is this. I think this is better on the, because this is one statement out dot print, so everything is coming on one line. That is better. Let me see if any error. I think this is fine. So save it, close it, move to the next file, close underscore res. Again go to web content, new Dsd file, close underscore res, finish. Now go back, copy the code, copy, come back, highlight, delete, and paste. Okay. Now let us see if any errors. It's okay, it is fine. So save it. Now the next one, close underscore rec, new JSP file, close underscore rec, finish, go back, copy the code, so here, copy, come back, highlight, delete, paste. Let's see any errors. No errors. The copying is fine. So save it. Close. Create underscore rec, the new file. So create new JSP file, create underscore rec, finish, come back, copy the code, copy, highlight, delete, and paste. Everything looks fine. Save. Also see the visual, username, password, address, category. Okay, looks fine. Again, come back. Error.jsp, new JSP file, error.jsp, come back, copy the code, highlight, delete and paste. Okay, save it, come back, create underscore res, web content, new Dsd file, finish, come back, copy the code, copy, come back, highlight, delete and paste. Now see any errors anywhere. Okay, here I can see one error because the line was wrapped. Okay, that's fine. Okay, save, come back, next file, tables underscore res, new JSP file, tables underscore JSP, come back, copy the code, okay, come back, highlight, delete and paste. Let us see any errors. It is showing one error here, this variable. So this variable it seems is not defined or something has happened with this variable. Check. Okay, this variable is not defined. So let us define. This is a string. String and let me also assign because in the code it is supposed to have some value, initial value from where we need to change. Now it is not showing any error here, right? And also let me check any further errors. Okay, let us save it. Okay, then pay bills underscore rec, create new JSP file, pay bills underscore rec, come back, copy the code, copy, come back, highlight, delete, paste. Errors. Everything is looking fine. Okay, save it. Create new transfer underscore res. The content, new Dsd file, finish, come back, copy the code, copy, come back, highlight, delete, and paste. Now let us check any errors. Okay, I can see here there is some error. Again, it is due to wrapping. Okay, then one more line. Again, because of wrapping. Okay, so things are fine. Save. And then next one is transfer underscore rec. Copy, new JSP file, paste, finish. Come back, copy the code, copy, come back, highlight, delete, and paste. Now check. Okay, looks fine. Save. Now one more file, last file, index.html. This is the HTML file. Okay. So this time we will have new and HTML file. This will be index.html. Copy the code. Okay. Copy, paste. Let us see. I forgot to delete the existing thing, but it is fine. Okay, it looks fine. Again, check the file also. Okay, this is fine. Save it. Okay, so we have created all the class files and DSP files. Let me check if they are showing here. The two balance files are there. the two check files are there, the two close files are there, the two create files are there, the error file is here, index file is here, the two payables are here, style sheet is here, two transfer files are here. So yeah, we have resource. Let me check what is the problem in this file. Okay, here the same problem. I think this variable is not defined. The back. Let me define. Okay, how to initialize it? Okay, now let me check. That is written. Let me see. Okay, now the error is gone. Actually, in the original files, I will update so that this problem will not come. Okay, so all the files are fine now. And what else we need to do now? Let us see this technical documentation. So we have created the GSV file for OBAAS 1.2. Now it is regarding the database. So we have created the database entities and database connection. So in the db initializer.java file, the username, password, and connection strings are provided. So that you need to set as per your installation. In my case, I have provided my username is bank user, password is bank user one. Actually, bank user one. I will write here. And my connection string is JDBC Oracle thin at the rate localhost, and my port number is 1521 and XE. And my driver is oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. So for me, this is fine. If you have any changes, you make those changes accordingly. Okay. Now next step, database connector. So you need to have a database connector so that your Java application can uh, can talk to the Oracle database. So in most cases for Java, it is OJDBC 14.jar file, which is the connector which connects the Java application to Oracle. So that definition you need to provide in the library located at web inf folder and there is a library. So if you can download this connector from the Oracle website or any other website, and I actually already have downloaded and it is there in my system. So what I will do, I will just go in the other application, I will copy from there. So OJDBC, I will copy and then I will come here and I will paste it here in this library. So now this connector is now available for this application, and then database script we already executed. configuration. So we need to configure something in web.xml file. So web.xml file is available at many places. Generally should be provided at web.inf folder. If it is not there, then you can copy any web.xml from any other source, and then you can modify that file. So I have one file in my previous application. So this I can copy and paste web.info folder. I will paste, and you need to ensure one thing here in the web.xml. We have used this index.html as this will be our welcome first page. So welcome file list. So here you need to ensure that index.html is there, otherwise it will not work, because from web.xml the application picks this welcome file. And the other thing you need to ensure is servlet. So we have used servlet. You remember we create servlet. This is a servlet, because if you see the code here, what we created a class uh, which creates servlet which extends HTTP servlet. This is a inbuilt package in Java, and it is used for web development. So it needs to be imported, as well as uh, all the servlet package need to be imported in your application. And when any of your class is extending uh, any servlet, then you need to specify this as a servlet. Okay, so that you need to mention in your web.xml. So what is this file and where it is located? So uh, where it is located? It is located at pack underscore bank package, and then the class name create subject, so dot, and then mapping, how this class is mapped. So in the URL pattern, it is slash and then this sublet, create sublet. So in my application, suppose my application is localhost, then this sublet will run at localhost slash create sublet. So these you need to mention in your web.xml. So these two things are important. Okay. So we are uh, complete with all these requirements. Okay. And now we can run your application. Okay. So what I will do is, let me let us check if our application is fine. We just created this project OBAAS 1.2. So I will run it on my Tomcat's web server, web application server. So my OBAAS 1-2 application should run. I finish. So this is the internal browser for Eclipse. So here The application is running successfully. Now let us check the functionality, the pages, if everything is running, working fine. New account. Let us create a new account. Let us create new account. Ash, password Ash, the password Ash, my address. My address, let us say Ford Street. Phone number, say my phone number 789-345-456. Category is view. Let me submit. Okay, so new user has been created. The account number is 141. This you need to remember for any other operations. And my username is Ash. Amount 500 being deposited in my account. And there's my phone number. Account number 1141. Now let us check balance in this account. 141. Username Ash. Password Ash. And submit. Okay, so balance it is showing 500. That is working fine. Let us do a service request. You remember in OBAAS 1.2 there will be a fee of $5 for a new checkbook request. So let us see if it is working fine. 141 username Ash checkbook request. Okay, request number is 142. Account balance is 495. So $5 has been debited from my account. So this is fine. Pay bills. Account number 141. Username Ash. Ash. And biller AT&T. And first of all, let me check bill of more than say 495. It is working fine. So let me put a bill amount of 700. Let me check it is working. Okay, so it says insufficient amount in your account. Bill amount cannot be debited, right? So now let us this time 141 username Ash, password Ash, and plus AT&T. And this time I have a bill amount of $10. Let us see if this functionality is working fine. Okay, so $10 has been paid and my account balance is 485. So it is working fine. The bill payment is working fine and transfer. So my account number is 141 username Ash, password Ash, and I have a target account number 90 in the system. Amount, let us check amount more than 485, right? So see this amount more than the account balance, it should not accept. Okay, so it says insufficient amount in your account. Request amount cannot be transferred. So this time let us see username hash hash account number and amount less than 500. So say $20. Okay, this time transfer has been done. $20 has been successfully paid. Your new account balance is 465. So it is working fine. And close account, account number 141, username hash hash. So this account number has been closed. It has been deleted from the system. So now if you go to balance or any other functionality, this account number will not work because this account number is no longer in the system. And now it is saying please check your username and password. That means this is account has been deleted successfully from the system. So this was all, folks. The OBAAS system works this way, and I hope you will be able to download the files and then successfully install this OBAAS system, and you get all the experience how a system is built and how uh, you create all those functionalities uh, by seeing how OBAAS works and how OBAAS has been built. So thanks for your time and bye for now.